and I would like to sell 50 of these in 1 year. So if I sell 50 of these in 1 year, my profit should be $9,250. Okay, so I'll give you a demonstration of my product. So the heat gun will heat up the tire, cut off the rubber, and then this will grind the rubber down. So thank you for listening.
Two-part question.
Okay.
Number one, why are we grinding the tire?
When you grind the tire, it gives it more traction when the tire heats up while it's on the racetrack.
So you need that tire to be level all the way across so you can get more grip on the track when you're running.
Yes.
Question, how many of these have you physically sold or talked to other people on the racetrack about making for them?
I've talked to a couple of the guys about buying one or something, and this is my first one I've made.
Okay.
So you're currently a racer, is that right?
Yes.
Do you think there's a better opportunity rather than you making the equipment and selling it? Is there a better opportunity for you to turn that into a service, which limits your overhead and increases your profitability? Meaning that you could do tires for other people and charge them each time rather than selling the product.
I didn't really think about like a service. I thought about making it and selling it, but if it was a service, it would be more functional because they would have to get it more, buy it get the tire cut and grind every time.
I noticed your grinder and your heat gun over here is kind of focusing on one spot in the tire as opposed to kind of all the way across like it even. Is there something that way you can move? Is it?
Yeah, you can adjust there's a bolt right here, you can adjust to turn it, and that's the same thing for the heat gun.
Now, would it be just for smaller tires like that, or would it be more like NASCAR size or dirt tracks? Because I know dirt tracks, they groove a lot of their tires. Could you use something like a grooving attachment?
Well, it's more meant for like dirt go-karts and asphalt go-karts because how big it is, so it's more meant for smaller tires.
Okay, thank you.
Well,
I'm not a car aficionado, so I don't know about this. But how many times could I grind that tire? Do I eventually run out of rubber?
it would. The tires are about 2 to 3 inches thick, so you could it's 5 or 6 races because you cut them and grind them before you go out for qualifying and the race. So it's about 5 or 6 races before you would have to get a new tire.
Now, have you kept this secret, or do you have it by your race pit when you're doing your racing?
We've used it once at the racetrack.
Okay. I think we're good. Thank you.
All right, and next up we have the Bread Box by Elizabeth and Brooklyn.
into the grocery store with the usual on your list: milk, eggs, and bread. You grab the milk and then head over to the bread aisle. You get your bread and you set it down, continuing the shopping. When all of a sudden, the milk falls on top of the bread, squishing it into a blob. I'm sure you can all relate. Hi, Sharks. My name is Brooklyn. And my name is Elizabeth. And we're from the company Breadbusters. We have created the Bread Box, an inexpensive way to save your bread. You may be wondering, what is the Bread Box? The Bread Box is an inexpensive way to save your bread from getting crushed by all the other groceries in your cart. It comes in the colors black, white, clear, and gray. To make things even better, the Bread Box will come with 2 handles on the side, so if you don't want to put it in your buggy, you can carry it at your side. Let's take a quick peek at our commercial. Walking into the grocery store with the usual on your list: milk, eggs, and a brand new fresh bread. So you put it on your cart and continue shopping. You head over to the grocery aisle and pick up the milk around your bread that you thought you liked, so you go to the selection. As you put down your milk, your eggs, and your smashed loaf of bread, you feel sad because now you're going to have to eat some bread. You leave the store and go to get into your car. You walk down the parking lot, find your bag, pick it into the shopping cart, rolling right out of the pushing your bread towards the end. This ever happened to you? So with the new bread, you're ready to save and now you won't have to worry about it. Bread Box comes in the colors clear, black, gray, and white. You can get different colored handles and lids. For a premium fee, you can choose any color or label of your choice. This is only one of our commercials. Actually, we plan on making many. We plan on selling this product for around $27. Costing us $15.39 to make, we make an $11.54 profit per bread box made. How many items do we plan on selling in 1 year, you might ask? 500 bread boxes sold around the world in just 1 year. If we succeed our goal, then our expected estimate profit will be $5,770. So Sharks, what do you say? And yes, you'll get something too. We plan on selling the majority of our bread boxes online for at least half the year before getting them sold into your local grocery stores. Online, the bread box will cost $27 with an additional $5 shipping cost. All the profits that we make on shipping goes right to you, Sharks. So Sharks, do you want a less stressful, more protected shopping run? As a famous person on Shark Tank said, you're in charge of your destiny. Thank you. We also have a website, so this is our website. If you scroll down a little bit, you can see there's a button all the way down there. No, not that. It looks like red. If you click that, you can sign up for notifications, answer all the questions, and then we'll automatically get your submission, and we can sign you up for notifications so that you know when new designs of bread boxes come in. Yeah.
Okay, this is a subject I know a lot about. I bagged groceries in a grocery store for my first job. I have bagged a lot of bread, okay? And what you're talking about, people don't like their bread smushed, you know? And it's always a toss-up between what goes on top, the eggs or the bread, right? So tell me, why does your product cost so much? It's $13, right? Is your manufacturing cost?
For manufacturing, it's $15.39, and then we would sell it for $27. It's so expensive because of the high quality plastic and the label and all the handle equipment.
So if I go to the grocery store for a family of, let's say of 4, I might buy a couple loaves of bread at the same time, right? So now I'm spending $52 roughly, to be able to protect my bread. What's the loaf of bread actually cost these days?
About $1 depending on the kind of bread you get or the brand.
Okay, so I'd encourage you to figure out how to get that cost down, because what you're looking at, I think your idea is good, but what you're looking at is a $27 insurance policy to protect a $1 product. Okay, but other than that, it's
Asked this question before, but who was the web designer?
We both worked on it.
Looks good, looks good.
She actually designed it, but like we both kind of like did it. I was.
I know somebody on this table that can't do that. Okay, I think we've got it down, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, now entering the Shark Tank, we have Ty and Daniel with the Texas. Thank you.
Hi Sharks, I'm Ty Johnson, the CEO and founder of Protected Headwear, and I'm Daniel Gonzalez, the CFO of Protected Headwear. We decided to make this product because we both play these sports and we feel as though the helmets are very protective and comfortable. I play hockey and one of my friends always gets concussions during the season. So we need more protection for the helmets because we don't want to get so many concussions per year on every single one of these helmets. These are the most concussion sports of all time. So we decided to make them more comfortable and more affordable and more effective for concussions. We are asking for $12,000 for 15% equity in our business. We expect to sell 450 of our products this year, and the profit will probably be around $57,000. Don't worry, you will make $11,400 this year alone. And the next year, you probably only make it in 1 month, and you'll get all your money back. It's our commercial, so enjoy.
I'm Ty, the CEO of PH. Hi, I'm Daniel Gonzalez, the CFO of Protected Headwear, TM Copyright. We make football, hockey, and lastly, baseball helmets. We make the helmets concussion-proof because there are so many concussions per year. You can also buy the helmets right here that my friend Daniel has. Tell me, does this hurt? No, not at all. And it's that, and the best part is, it's only $88.99.
If you order now, you can get another baseball helmet included with your order. That is, if you order now, you can get another baseball helmet included.
Protecting humans for your safety and others.
So can you tell me how your product is actually used, what particular sport, activity?
So, our particular sport activity would probably be most likely football, hockey, and baseball, because let's say if a pitcher were to throw a ball, it would hit most likely right here. And I can test this on my friend Daniel and see if it hurts or not. But he's not wrong, it really doesn't hurt.
So now, So are you saying that Daniel's hit gear now, is that the product that you would use?
This is a prototype, but we use this special technology, CD3O technology, that is used for used in the army to protect people from bullets.
Okay, thank you.
I forgot you had that.
So, in your prototype, you're only showing us one that's maybe for baseball and has some more retrofitting on it. Like I said, I mean, my ear, right? I want to protect my ears, so there's probably some different things for that. And hockey, it takes a whole different ball game, and the other sport takes a different one. So you would have different helmets for different sports.
So this is our cost to produce one of our helmets. For hockey, it is $74.99. For baseball, it's $32.99. And for football, it is $100.70. And our markup for our retail price would be 150%, which those prices would be around $254.74 for football, $88.99 for baseball, and $199.99 for hockey. And our profit for each one of our helmets would be around $125 for hockey, $55 for baseball, and $129 for football. And our expected players and customers for our products would be football players, baseball players, and hockey players, adults, and athletes and kids. And our expected age range would probably be around 6 to 50.
And you're probably wondering why our helmets are better than our competitors. This is because our helmets are more comfortable, more affordable, and more protective.
Like we said on the earlier slide, we expect to sell 450 of our products, which our profits for each of our products would be $25,000 for hockey, $25,000 for hockey, $29,000 for baseball, football, and $2,400 for baseball. And you're probably wondering, like we said earlier in the slides, you'll make around $11,400 just this year alone for hockey, baseball. So, Sharks, would you like to invest in our business? Protective headwear for your safety and others.
What kind of testing have you guys done other than whacking on top of the head?
So we really tested out every single part of the sides with swapping it, testing so it's still safe, as well as leaving it periods of time. Sometimes, you leave this out, the stuff would fall on the ground, but we keep it out where it can't do that anymore.
So why is your markup 150%? That's an awful lot.
So our markup is 150% because most hockey helmets, most football, hockey, and baseball helmets are around this range for really good prices. These are actually really good prices, and we make more money off of them as well as affordable.
Why did you pick an age range from 6 to 50 to start off with?
So our age range would be around that is because most people start getting into the sport from 6, and most people retire in the regular seasons at 50.
Thank you very much.
Julietta and Allie will introduce you to the subject plot.
Hey Sharks, I'm Allie. And I'm Julietta. We are the founders of AJ & Co. and the creators of our product. Middle school has gone pretty well so far. The only annoying part is lockers. My locker eats everything, and I mean it. I used to have 11 fingers before this. Now I'm just normal. Besides that, our friends are always complaining about how the lockers keep getting jammed. So we took our friends' complaints and the overall struggle of keeping your locker organized and made it to the one thing every student needs. It's called the subject slot. Now before you think we're talking gambling or putting a slot machine in your locker, let us explain. The slot machine is the only thing that you need to get you through the school year. How it works is you press a button for your next subject and it will come down to an easy to reach slot. In order to return it, all you need to do is hit the same button and it will return to its shelf. You will have a slot for all of your subjects, math, ELA, science, social studies, and study skills. You have an extra slot for anything that you need as well. Besides that, you will also have a slot for your backpack. If you have a top locker, the slot would be at the top. If you have a bottom locker, the slot would be at the bottom, so you will get your supplies easier. See, it's not that hard. Our retail price is $380.08, but you can get a discount only if you do one thing. If you get good grades or all A's from the previous year, you only have to spend $200. Crazy, right? No worries, you don't have to pay every single year. The machine will already be installed in your locker. If you don't want one, then just have a normal locker and be here. And we know that school supplies can get expensive, so we're going to be donating 1/4 of our profits to schools in need everywhere. So this is where we're going to be donating. Yeah. This is our commercial.
Wonders, are you tired of getting things dropped on you?
An invention that will solve your problems. It is called the subject slot. With this new invention, all your books are displayed away. It works by you hitting the buttons of your next subject, and then the books will come down to a little slot. Easy as pie. Now the only hard part of school you need to worry about is making sure you ace your test and what time lunch is. Our retail price is $380.08. But wait, if you get good grades all year and you have all A's, you get a discount.
Wow, really?
Instead of paying $380.08, you get to spend $200. What are you waiting for? Go get the subject slot.
And remember, it's not gambling, it's organizing.
So the only question we have for you, Sharks, is, are you in?
The question I have is, it seems like there's something behind you, but you're covering it up. What is it?
This is our locker vending machine.
And so, in theory, when I press the button, those shelves will rotate up and down. They don't need a physical person to do it.
Yeah.
They'll rotate up and down, and,
Totally, yeah.
and it'll put what you want in a particular location of the time.
Yes, sir.
And did you get do you have the authorization from the schools to put those in the lockers?
Probably. Because then you'll have everything you need for your classes. That way the teachers won't complain.
First off, I think good presentation. I like you guys came out, did the same church, your branding and your product. I think that's great. So my question is, who's your customer here? Is it me as the individual, or perhaps the student, or are you selling to the schools where they actually put these in the lockers?
We're actually selling to the schools so the students can buy them to put them in their locker.
Okay. And you mentioned that a quarter of your profits are going to a charity. Is that your gross profits or your net profits?
Just whatever we make at the end of the year after we pay off everything. all your dues and everything, we'll just take 1/4 of all of that and donate it.
So your net profits?
Yes.
Okay, all right, very good, thank you.
There's different size lockers, I mean, everywhere you go. Could this be made bigger, smaller, is it more one size?
You could probably customize it like for the size, because here it's probably different than high school lockers. So yeah, you can customize them.
Thank you.
I also agree with my partner over here, like I said, when you come out and you present your brand, and you come out like that, and have a little, it's not a slot machine, it's for your locker. Excellent job. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Gabe is going to show us his hug mug. Okay, we're going to.
Only to find out that it's already too late. Well, no more, because your Pokemon dog food your pet can watch themselves. The Pokemon is made from state-of-the-art material, using a built-in camera to scan your dog's face, and when they want to go outside, the system will automatically open the dog door for them. The Pokemon is strong enough to keep out even stronger opportunities.
Yeah, he's 3D printed all this stuff.
You look at further leaning back. Are you tired of overpaying pet sitters or dog kids?
Do you love your pet? Are they holding you back? Are you tired of overpaying dog sitters or paying doggy daycare? Wish you could just go away and leave your pet at the comfort of their own home? With this new innovation, you are free to work late if needed, attend your child's activities without worrying about your pet, or go on a family vacation with leaving your pet in the safety of their own home. With the Pug Mug, your dog can walk itself. The Pug Mug is an automatic doggy door which uses state-of-the-art material to recognize your dog's face and open and close the doggy door without you. I have a dog named Bella, and she had to go live with my grandparents. When they go away, she comes and stays with my family. The reason she doesn't live with us is because we have too many activities. My mom and dad work late, and they can't come home every single day to come and walk her. The Pug Mug fixes all of these problems. My doggy door uses state-of-the-art technology to recognize your dog's face, and when your dog walks up to the doggy door, it will automatically open for them using a motor. Unlike the other automatic doggy doors, this doggy door doesn't use big bulky collars, which requires you to change the batteries every few days, and it's also very dangerous for dogs. Also, what happens if the battery dies and he or she is still outside? All the materials used to open and close the doggy door and run the camera is controlled by a Raspberry Pi. Because the Pug Mug is made from bulletproof plastic, it is virtually impossible for any intruder to enter your home through the Pug Mug. A few key features include automatic open and close of doggy door, registration of multiple faces in case you have more than one animal, a mobile app.
A mobile app for settings and options, text message alerts.
Text message alerts when he or she wants to go outside, and also playback video so you can check your dog as it goes outside. Also a motion sensor so the dog or the door does not close on your pet. And here's a product demonstration.
When the dog goes up to the doggy door,
So when your dog walks up to the doggy door, it'll sense him, and the doggy door will automatically open, letting your dog go outside. And also, I just got a text on my phone that my dog wants to go outside. Since it's just a model, it will also have a camera on the other side so the dog can go back in. The cost to make this is $159, and our product markup is 89%, making our retail price $300. Our expected profit per Pug Mug is $141. We expect to sell 100 Pug Mugs in a year, and expect our first year profit of $4,000 and more, $4,100.
okay.
6 out of 10 households in America have a dog or a cat. The Pug Mug is a great innovation, and sharks should invest in this market because it's an untapped market here. This market is one of convenience, one that most people don't know they need in their lives. Not investing in the Pug Mug would be like not investing in a Ring doorbell. So sharks, what do you say?
Let me see if I can get this right. So what this is like the babysitter for the dog or babysitter for the pet. And so what I'm saying, when the pet senses he goes to a certain spot, he's been trained to go to that spot so he can go out and it'll send you a message and you can let him out.
Yes.
Does it have a camera with it so I can see that he did what he was supposed to do and is there some incentive for that animal to come back in?
Yes, this is just a model, so in a real, like if you actually have this, there will be another camera on the other side for only your dog to go in since it has facial recognition.
right? I think you're on to a good idea, personally. You know, we watch America's Home videos at home, probably you've seen those.
Yeah.
And I have a rule, never vote against the kid or the pet, okay? They're always gonna win. What I particularly like here is if you've seen in the news where we've actually had cases where people have gone in to homes and they've crawled through the pet doors in there. So I like the idea that you've got facial recognition with the pet and that something is actually triggering that door. So I like what you've got. I think cost might be a little bit too high, but again, when it comes to animals and taking care of the animals, many times the cost, you know, isn't as quite as a big issue. But I do like the fact that that animal gets recognized, because our fear in putting that in is, does the neighbor's cat come in our house?
Yeah.
And that, you know, now all of a sudden we've got an animal in the house.
Yeah.
But good job.
How would this be installed? Do you have is it a full door, like a storm door? How is it?
Well, all you gotta do is put like a kind of hole in your wall area, and there'd be a motor inside the wall too, and the glass would go up when the camera senses it, and the camera would be attached for Velcro, or it can be installed with screws and stuff like that.
Is this something that you and the company would install, or is it something that the homeowner would install?
It would be something that the company would install. So they would come to your house and they would install it, and they can move the camera for where if your dog's like a really small dog, they can move the camera down so it senses that dog, or if it's really big, they can move it up so it senses him.
Thank you very much.
Commercial break. If you transformation, we're gonna go out very, very quietly. Don't stand up yet. Let me give you all your instructions. So we're gonna go out one row at a time, out the front door and around to the back of the hall. Okay. So if y'all will now stand up. Wait for your teachers to the first follow Miss Chris, please. No, second, stay in your seats or stay by your seats. There you go. And then if the second group would fall in right behind Mr. Bird. Thank you, Gabriel. Good job. Good job. Fill in each chair, please. Every chair you want to fill in, please. Make it a little tighter, please. And if you can front and second row. Wow. Oh, one day, each to the back row.
Hey, slide over in your chair.
Wow.